Classic.
So we'll do a quick run through of the games from the weekend. So, did anyone watch the Chelsea-Everton game?
No.
Did you see the highlights of it or
It's like when
anything?
you haven't done your
Trying to
homework.
think. Gosh, this weekend's fucking been mental.
It was like I watched it. It was
it on Saturday? It was 12 o'clock,
So,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, I did watch
No, it
some
was
of
3
it.
o'clock. I think it was the.
two,
the
yeah, it was
3
two,
o'clock,
two
yes,
at 3 o'clock. Yeah. It was Everton started all right. Like they should have scored. They started and then once Chelsea got the first goal, it was like I think it's Chelsea is so hot and cold, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like so hot and cold.
I tell you what, though, I think Everton, ever since the stinging defeat against us, they seem to have lost a little bit of momentum as well. Dewsbury Hall's out injured now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and he's
And I
been
think
big for them.
he's been a great player for them, yeah.
Dies off to the AFCON.
Oh.
And we
And,
said,
is it Idrissa Gueye, the midfielder? He's
gone
off
as well.
yeah,
Or maybe he will be as bad as each other in the FA Cup.
yeah. So
so
they
you got in the cup.
Yeah.
so they've lost a few players as
Yeah.
well. I think it's I mean they're not in trouble, are they?
Nah.
Do you know
I
what
don't
mean?
think. I don't think.
They're gonna be
No,
They're
they're
a
not.
solid mid-table team, aren't they?
fine. Yeah.
To be fair, this is probably the best season they've had from
Yeah, it is, yeah.
points and
I think
performance-wise
I
for
think
a while.
What the problem with the Everton fans probably now is that they have a few good games and get positive, and
Well,
then
they have done very
when
well.
when they tend to lose, it's like really bad. Rather than like losing 1-0, it's like we pump them 4-1 and they don't turn up at all, and then
Have
like
you seen Calvin Lewin scored 4 goals in 4 games?
yeah,
And that's what they're missing, aren't they? I mean, I saw Barry scored the other week, but
good old Barry.
but that's what they're
Love
lacking, isn't
Barry.
it? Everton.
But that's they've always been a team who struggled for a strike, aren't they?
Bob
Yeah.
Latchford was the last one I remember
Yeah.
scoring for them.
Well, a bit like us. A bit
They had
like us
Lukaku,
since
didn't they? And he was class. He was class for Everton for
Yeah.
ages when he Lukaku. But
we come out with the odd excellent one like Quinn, Phillips, Defoe, but between them we'll have long periods in the striker wilderness, and I think Everton are similar.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are very similar.
Yeah.
You're right there.
I think Chelsea will get in Europe, won't they? I think it's. I
Well,
don't
that's
think
it.
they'll get in the Champions
I
League.
think they will get in
personally.
the Champions
I
League.
tell you
though.
what, it'll be interesting if they keep the manager or not, because it's again, that potentially he's going to lose his job.
He'll
because
be
of
there
what
at
he
the
said
end of the
this week.
season.
Do you think you
He'll
said that
get-
wrong?
But it will be then he'll leave, I think.
I think Chelsea have been quietly putting together results consistently,
Yeah,
so
they
they're
have.
not going to trouble the title race, but I think they'll get Champions
Yeah.
League.
I just think that if I think Villa will get Champions League. I think Arsenal and Man City are guaranteed. I think Liverpool will get in there.
You think Liverpool?
I think
come back
Liverpool will
to that
turn around and
extent?
I mean they're like 3 points away from it and they've played rubbish. So it's like, and then I think you know, outside of that you've then got your Chelsea. You know you've got. I mean Man United aren't playing. They're not playing amazing, but they're getting results, aren't they?
Yeah, but
Stuff like last night that's going to stop Man
They'll
United being
they'll
consistent.
they'll fall away.
I think yeah. So
How did Palmer look at the weekend? Because he got his first goal
scored,
back, didn't he?
yeah, not his not back to his full self, but it's Palmer. He's better than a 50% Palmer.
Well, Chelsea are a better team with Palmer in it, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the table now, Palace, they'll drop away. They're 5th. Chelsea are 4th. Yeah, I mean, because it's 5 again, isn't it? So Chelsea will probably get that 4th or 5th place, and Liverpool will be the other one, I think.
When Newcastle win the Champions League, will there still 5 go in there? Do
Yeah.
we get 6?
You get 6. Changed the
gosh.
rules, I think, from before, because can you remember that year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tottenham came 4th and Chelsea won
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Champions League, and then
And didn't.
Tottenham end up in Europa League or
That
something
was the
like
most
that,
Tottenham thing ever, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Spursy.
What about Liverpool-Brighton? I was watching more of the Chelsea game, so I didn't see it, but
Yeah.
I watched the highlights.
I listened to it actually. I was at Sky Sports on,
Yeah,
so I was listening to the commentary, and Brighton, by all accounts,
had chances.
had chances.
Because
Yeah.
I think people were saying like, well, Liverpool, because on paper a 2-0
Because
win
the
at
Teke
Brighton,
scored
you're like,
early,
it's
didn't he?
defence is back, kept
Yeah.
the clean
Yeah.
sheet, but they still looked flaky
Right.
as
Yeah.
fuck at the back. I mean, Kirkes played better. He had a good game, considering he's been awful.
Yeah,
Really,
I made a mad prediction of like 3-0 Brighton last week, and I thought Minte would torture Kirkes.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't.
So
No,
it's
Kirkes
interesting.
had a decent game, and they did the right thing. They started Ekitike up front. Was it the Gomez got injured and Salah came on after
Salah
like 20
came on. Yeah, he
minutes?
came on early. Good reception.
Set up.
He had a couple of
Ekitike
chances. I mean,
seconds.
again, I didn't watch it, but I heard the commentators. He had 3 or 4 decent chances,
Yeah.
and I think a couple of times he should have shot and he passed.
Yeah, and it was one at the end. Someone should have shot. I think it was Chiesa run through.
Yeah.
He probably should have
Shot,
shot, but he
yeah.
squared it
Yeah.
to Salah and he missed. But yeah, I think, like you were saying, I think come January they'll probably make a couple of additions.
Did-
They'll probably get Gay from.
They were
from
talking about
Palace.
him not leaving. Do you think he'll leave in
I
January?
think he might.
Well, what's interesting is they were talking about Salah. Would you take 60 million for Salah in January, or would you not? If somebody offered 60 million quid.
I think
They'll get
Liverpool
more than
would take-
60 million.
Yeah.
You think
Because
so?
the only
Because
place you can go is Saudi, and
Saudi.
they'll give
Do you
stupid
reckon that
amounts.
they're not that interested?
They'll
Nah,
have
they
them.
are,
They'll have
mate.
them for PR purposes, if nothing else.
That'll be it. That'll
I mean,
just get
from a
them out there for
Newcastle
that.
fans' point of view, I'm just hoping that the 60 or less, you know.
But they'll. I think it was.
And I think you're right. I think Crystal Palace have got that big decision to make. But I think as long as it depends on what fronts they're fighting on,
Yeah.
the manager might have something to say about that.
Yeah.
I think, you know,
But if
Glasner.
he's not signing a new contract, why are they going to fucking listen to
Yeah,
him?
no, well,
It
You know,
depends
if
if
they
he's...
get to this point now and he doesn't sign a new contract,
he's off.
come January, if he says, don't tell Gahey, you'd be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
tough.
no,
He's
you're
off
right.
in
know,
the
so-
summer at the least. I
Yeah.
guess from the manager's point of view, it depends on
Yeah.
But
will
this
he
is what-
be allowed to reinvest any money that
Well,
comes
this
in.
is what I
And
said.
will he stay?
I said to
Yeah.
Jeff earlier, it's like before, it's like if Liverpool came in and bid 30 million for Gahey in January,
Yeah.
and the manager says, I
You'd
don't
take
want him to
that.
go,
Yep.
I would be like,
I'd take that.
sign that contract.
Yeah.
We don't sell him.
Yeah.
You don't sign that contract.
We're
we sell
selling.
him. You know,
Yeah.
you show us some commitment. we'll
30
show you
million
some
quid.
commitment, Like,
Even 20 million quid's a lot of money.
yeah,
He should be in the conversation for your next manager.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
he's done a great job at
Yeah.
Palace.
I think you just have that thing where it's like sometimes, you know, when people get money,
Yeah.
are they you know, like when people are like that Iriola or
Graham
or
Potter.
Glasner should go to Man United, and it's like,
Yep.
look at Potter at Chelsea, look at, you know, it's sometimes look at Moyes when he went to Man
Yeah.
United. It's like
Well, just
sometimes it just doesn't.
All I want is Brendan Rodgers to get another job
He's in
quickly.
Saudi, mate. It's done.
Is he? Brilliant.
Yeah, yeah, done today. Yeah, he's out in
Great.
Saudi. So yeah,
Escape.
I think Liverpool, they're not back, but like I think if they get a few additions in January, they're going to hit a run of form, aren't they?
They need
Oh,
to leave
I mean,
Benfica in the team as well,
And if
right?
and if he's
Yeah.
in
He's got to start.
but
hasn't
in
he?
fairness, if he's gets 80% close to what he was last season, fuck me, he's going to be amazing for him.
Well,
I mean, like,
but the reality is, Tech is done nothing wrong. I mean, he's
but
their
they'll play
prolific.
them both.
Do you think
They'll
so?
play them both. Yeah,
They'll have to.
they'll get to a point where either one of them plays off the left, or or they'll play both of them.
Isaac used to play off the wing when he first came to
Yeah,
didn't
he
He
did,
played
yeah.
there. He did for Sociedad a bit as well.
When
yeah.
he scored that goal against Everton, he was going to be the next Henry.
Yeah. And then Burnley Fulham, I watched that game.
I did watch
That was,
that,
that was a good game.
That
That
was
was
a
a
good
good,
game.
Was I?
entertaining
Yeah.
game. Yeah. I was saying I put Harry Wilson in my dream.
I wish I had.
fantasy
I wish
team,
I had.
yeah. I nearly captained him.
Oh,
was
I know
like-
someone. Kelly captained them.
Did that?
Couldn't believe it.
But he was.
But I did put him in my team as well.
He was class, wasn't he? I mean,
Mm.
well,
Did
it was
he?
just a. It
was
was like
he?
a
Was he at Liverpool then on loan to Derby? Was he at Liverpool?
I don't know
Liverpool,
about the
Derby,
Derby.
Bournemouth.
Derby, yeah.
Yeah, he went to Derby
Oh, yeah.
when.
was he? But was he a
Lampard
Liverpool
was there.
player?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
He was a
player.
Liverpool.
I
went
mean,
to-
he was off the bench player, wasn't he?
Yeah. He went to Derby when Lampard was there, and then
That's right. Yes. But he was
went
on
to
loan though,
Bournemouth.
wasn't he?
Then he went to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Then he went to Fulham. Yeah.
Did anyhow buy him for Bournemouth?
Oh, I didn't realise he'd been
Yeah.
bought at.
He was. I mean, he's just got a wand of a left foot, and there's so many left-footed footballers
goal
that
he
just
scored-
have like an
Yeah.
unbelievable ping, don't
Yeah.
they?
Some
like,
of them players as well, because he's like mid-20s now, right?
Yeah.
No, they were talking about this on Talksport.
Early
So-
20s.
When I was going to pick the kids up, and they said the game was on, and they were like, "Will he get a big move?" You know, like 'cause he did, and then they looked. He's 29,
Is he? So he's the new Jesse Lingard.
so it's literally
What?
like you might get a big move, but
Yeah.
it's not going to be Man United.
That's
I
mad.
thought he was
Liverpool,
I thought he was like 6 years younger.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the new Lingard, where everyone thought he was 23 when he was 32.
He's
Yeah.
28. I think he's
The
29
new Lingard.
this season, so he'll be like 29 in the summer.
Yeah.
So it's mad how some of them players, right, they just take the right club and the right system
Yeah.
to land at, and they sort of doss about his journeyman up till that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it sounds like he's got it now, right?
Yeah. And I think Burnley didn't look awful either. Like they
Well,
had
they
a bit
didn't
of a
against
go
us,
and-
really, did
yeah,
they?
and I think
They're
it's-
just not up to it though. It's like they have looked fine
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
few matches, but they always seem to just concede that spare goal,
Yeah,
right?
They
Yeah.
do, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Did
it's
you
not
see-
up to it.
Did
Yeah.
you see the Calvin Bassey run?
No, I didn't.
No.
So that was like quite near the end of the game. He like tackled someone near the halfway line, sprinted the whole way of the pitch, and he was on the right, and he's obviously left-footed. Defender comes across, and he does like a Cruyff turn chop. Defender goes sliding off, and then he could have passed it square, but he saw the goal, and he just fucking skied it up
Oh
there.
my god.
I'll send it to you. There's a really funny video on social media where Calvin Bassey's filming Alex Iwobi, and he's saying to him like, "Oh, did you see my run?" And Iwobi's explaining it, and Sky Sports have done loads of edits of like what happens as he's talking about it.
Get it
He
in.
was like, I think he said something like, he's like, when he chops back in, Iwobi's like, I was wondering what he was going to do, and I was like, he's seen Jesus, and he was like, it's hilarious. I'll
It's
send it
brilliant
to
when
you.
defenders do that though, and they kind of find themselves halfway through, and they're like, "Shit, what do I do now?"
Yeah.
There's a goal that Neda Manua has scored for us against Chelsea years ago, and he kind of slaloms his way through their entire defence, and he was a fullback for us, but he was never a marauding fullback.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could tell towards the end he was just like, I don't know what's happening here, but I'm going to keep going just in case. And then he sort of scuffs it and it trickles into the net, and he's just absolutely made up.
Was it years ago? It was Tony Adams, weren't it? Was it against Everton for Arsenal, where he kind of like he just ran through? I think it was like right near the end of the season.
Yeah.
They had to win the title or
Yeah,
something. And he's marauding through, and then he just smacks it from like 30 yards or something right in the top corner.
Yep.
Then he like it's class. Arsenal Wolves. I mean, that was I watched that. As well. What an awful game that was.
Yes, it was.
I mean, the first half, I couldn't believe it was 0-0. And Arsenal had loads of chances.
And going back to FPL, I captained Saka, so I was watching that. Such a frustrating watch.
My captain did as well.
I
was lucky he got the 2 assists, weren't it? Because it was for the own goals. But
they were so poor, Arsenal, so poor going forward. There were so many times where they were like 2/3 inside the way of the opposition half, and they were just dilly-dallying on the ball, just like put your foot on the ball, spin the other direction.
But it's what you said.
Odegaard,
I don't think they will win the title.
No, I don't.
I think they'll vote.
He's so slow.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the striker. There was one bit I saw of there was like a clip, and Odegaard got the ball, and he ran that way, and then he peeled off to the right. And if someone would have slid it in there, he'd have been in right, and he could have just shot on his right foot. And Odegaard's not even looking that way.
Yeah.
He's looking like backwards and sideways, and I was just like, oh my God, it must be so frustrating because he obviously when he played for Sporting, the idea was you just got in the ball, put it in behind, put it in the channels, he'll go get it. And Arsenal just do not play that game. So like, why the hell did you sign him?
I don't know if it's him or if it's their system, but I think it's a mixture. Not in the races.
I thought
Marino looks better.
I thought Arteta he started getting a bit agitated again because he's been quite quiet on the touchline. But basically on Sunday or Saturday, sorry, he was up and down that line, wasn't he, all the time?
Well, I was gutted because
Wolves scored.
I wanted him to draw because then if City won on Sunday, they'd have been joint on points.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like
it's only a matter of time.
And that's what was interesting. You think Arsenal are miles ahead.
Well, I made the prediction at the start of the season City were going to win. I made the prediction when even Arsenal were ahead that City were going to get on a run and win.
Yeah, I don't think Arsenal win it.
I think City
Wolves' goal was great. I did jump up with that. Get it!
Yeah, it was a great header, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The sad thing is, like, I say it's sad, right? Because one of my best mates is an Arsenal fan, and I'd like to see them win it for him. But the more I watch them in the season, the more convinced I am that they're not winning the league.
Well, I think it's kind of like I've always liked Arsenal because of like Omri, Bergkamp. Like you kind of get a bit nostalgic about like Arsenal were always, they played amazing football, and then even a little bit recently it was like quite like Saka and like, I quite like these players, and then it was like after when Arteta come to us in the cup and all the things he's said and how they act, and then some of the players how they've acted.
You don't like Arteta?
I'm just like, I'd rather fucking anyone won the league than them. Like even my mate's a Man United fan, and he's like, I want Man City to win the league over Arsenal because I fucking hate Arteta. I hate the players. Like I think it's just their attitude, isn't it? And like how they come across, I think. It's just,
if there was ever a time for a statement result, though, it was that one against Wolves.
It was, yeah. I think they've been a little bit in Champions League. They've been all right, but in the league they've been a little bit.
Well, they're unbeaten in the Champions
League.
Flattered
to be deceived.
The drop points against us, but like I mean, beating Sunderland's not for everyone. Chelsea as well. Like you would say, a point at Stamford Bridge isn't a bad result, but considering they played against 10 men for a lot of that game, and then they lost to Villa, so that was the time I think this weekend to go and say right fucking talk Wolves.
Like you say, Wolves have had a horrendous sort of season, haven't they? They've got 2 points.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, they put up a bit. It was a very good performance from Wolves, but it was a very good performance defensively.
Yeah.
It was.
But
like
what else do you expect? To be fair to them,
but you know, it's like
I couldn't believe the conceded. Was it 1 minute, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Literally.
I think Wolves will not get the record for the points. I think they'll get enough points.
Was it 9 points?
9,
11.
yeah.
I thought it was 11.
Is it Derby?
Yeah.
I think they'll win a couple of games in the second half.
Have we
of
played
season.
them at home this season yet?
Yeah, we might have to play them at their place. That might be.
Oh, fucking hell. That's 3 points then.
But I think, they got no hope of staying up. None at all.
None at all.
Yeah.
Just, I think the only thing you can hope for Wolves, for the fans, and that is to get probably rid of the board at the end of the season. That's the only thing as fans you can go towards if the relationship's got to that point.
It has, yeah, definitely. West Ham Villa. 3-2 Villa. See that Morgan
Looked a really fun game, that.
Yeah, I was surprised
what a goal that was.
I was surprised that West Ham were leading at one point.
They scored 29 seconds, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was a good goal, that was. He cut in and...
Did they take the lead twice, West Ham?
Yeah, they were 2-1 up.
I think it was... I looked at that because I saw that Pau Torres was injured, and they had Lindelof at centre back, and then obviously they had the other goalie in as well. And I thought, West Ham might get something here, and then when they went ahead twice.
What happened to Martinez? Was he suspended?
I think he got injured in the warm up in the Champions League, the Europa League or something. But Villa just look solid, don't they?
That's a momentum thing, isn't it? Where you can bring in these players who you wouldn't think are up to it.
And Villa have done brilliant when you think about the start they had.
Villa need some additions in January to stay in the Champions
Watkins
League.
Hasn't scored, has he?
He's not needed to.
No, he's not needed to. But he's played the games. He just hasn't
scored many goals. Yeah,
no. He's not like him at all. Because
they need an alternative up front, right? Because they sold Duran, I think it was.
They play that Marlon there in Europe, and he scored a lot of goals, but he's not really done it in the Prem.
No.
I think they need a few bodies to. Because obviously,
but that was their problem, wasn't it? Was the fair play, was it not?
Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to have the money.
No, I think that's what they were saying. That's why they sold.
But
Ramsey.
they might do the thing what they did before, where it didn't pay off. Where they brought in like Rashford and Asensio.
Yeah, no loans.
They're sending Harvey Elliott back, aren't they? So they might be able to replace him or someone.
That's a straight. I mean, he's not a bad player, to be fair. He's obviously not.
Well,
I think he's a bit of a diva, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's got a bit of an attitude, I think. So
just doesn't seem to fit in there.
I don't think Emery is the type that accepts that, is he? Sunderland Newcastle will skip that.
Did they play?
I don't
know.
One team
did.
I think it got called off, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, we've done a whole thing about that, so we'll just say the game was shit. Right team won. How out? Forest Spurs.
Oh, hey, I tell you what, Spurs are terrible.
Yep. Just going to double down on me.
Spurs are terrible. I mean, let's say the game. I mean, the game itself, Forest atmosphere was a bit quiet.
Yeah,
I was surprised at that. But anyway, Forest we've got a couple of Anderson had a great game.
Yeah. Hudson-Odoi played well.
Hudson-Odoi played well. He played okay, but it's the centre half. Is it? What's it?
Murillo.
Who's fucking hell? They're man mountains.
I saw a thing this morning that. Hudson-Odoi's had his thing accepted to change his nationality, who he plays for, from England to Ghana.
Okay.
Oh, right.
So now he's off to the AFCON.
Ghana?
Are you joking? That's shocking, that.
I didn't think Ghana qualified.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how true. I saw a thing on Twitter and it said he'd had it accepted, so now he's off to the AFCON. Imagine that, like you're preparing an order. He's like, so this morning he's like, got it confirmed. He's like, just guys, I'm off. See you later. Have a good time.
I need to check if Jack has. Oh no, Jack has been capped too many times to have found like a Nigerian.
Yeah. Spurs are terrible on paper and on the pitch. But I tell you what, Dyche has done a cracking job there.
Yeah.
Playing to the strength. So we're talking about managers coming in and trying to put a system in place. He's just basically used the players that he's got to play to their strengths.
He's the new Big Sam, right?
I agree.
We can trust that manager to do a solid job wherever he goes.
He got booked for some reason. And also at the City ground, you know how at St James's Park, the managers' boxes are tiny. The City ground, honestly, they're massive.
Are they?
Yeah, massive.
I think it's quite nice to see Sean Dyche with a bit more of a quality in his squad.
Yeah.
Because he's always been a bit of like a... Burnley obviously had to wheel and deal. And
I tell you who looked good for Forest. They've got a young winger called Hutchinson.
Yeah,
right winger.
Amari.
They paid like 30 million for him, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah.
Where they signed him from? I tell you what, he looks brilliant.
Yeah, he was in the under-21.
Yeah, he was man of. They gave man of the match to Odoi, and he was man of the match by far.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he play on the right?
Yeah.
So he'll be like Elanga's direct replacement.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, we'll buy him.
There's two differences. One, he shoots, he crosses.
That's right.
And
we'll buy him for 60 million. And he'll forget how to shoot. He'll bring the wrong.
I do think Spurs are in trouble though.
Yeah, did you see Thomas Frank came out and said we need time, and any Spurs manager that doesn't get time will never fix this. And it's like, no offence, you're champions of Europe.
Yeah. Keep on telling us, don't they?
You spent a boatload in the summer. I mean, on paper, not being funny, that Tottenham team is good on paper.
But they're not playing together. I mean, kudos.
And what does that come to? The manager and coaching. It's like, I've said countless times, he is not suitable for any big club because he's too passive.
Yeah.
He goes into games to not lose.
Yeah.
And you can't do that if you're a Cartel 6 club. You can't be...
Well, again, it's going back to playing to your strengths. Spurs have got these attacking players. I mean, McCallison is terrible. They've got to get rid of him. He is terrible.
I like him because he's terrible.
He is terrible.
I like him because he's terrible. Have you seen he gives everyone shit on social media?
Does he?
Does he?
Yeah, like any if like Arsenal lose, he'll be commenting all over posts.
Oh, he's
but he's shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I've always liked Richarlison. Ever since I had him in my team when he played for Watford for FPL. So
he was
Richarlison, if you're gonna give any a shit, it's not me.
Yeah, but he's class. He was class at Everton as well, wasn't he?
He was
really good at Everton. That got him his move.
He whinged on Sunday about everything.
Well, he whinged on in our game, didn't he? When we played.
But I think that's the problem. They have the problem with players, the same as they have with managers. They try and kind of, there's a chance for the player to step up to the next level, but they just don't make it. And Spurs just don't make it to the level they're trying to get to as well.
But when you look back, when they had like Defoe, Berbatov,
and eventually Kane and Son, right?
Kane, it's like now it's like Richarlison. You've got Kolo Muani, who's just there on loan. He's a good player, but he's only there on loan.
Robbie Keane's got 2 jobs lined up at the minute. He's got the Spurs job to think about and Celtic, hasn't he?
That Celtic manager, mate. What the fuck?
Robbie Keane a manager now?
Yeah.
Where? He's beat Rangers. They beat Rangers.
Ferencvaros.
Hungarian. Yeah. And they beat Rangers.
How did Robbie Keane end up at Ferencvaros?
I know.
God, he said he wanted. He said something about managing in an English league. He had more opportunities to coach British players in the Hungarian league.
But he
Budapest's a nice place to live in, I imagine.
He's been linked with he got linked with a Celtic job, didn't he? I think he's doing well. Like they won the league and they beat Rangers in the Europa League with like a nowhere near budget and stuff.
Yeah.
They're in the top 8 of the Europa League, like to qualify. They're in the top 8.
I love it when there's like a British, or I'm not going to say British, that's going to
annoy people.
It's going to dig up a whole load
of United Kingdom.
Irish.
Home nations.
That's it,
A home nations personality from football who just ends up randomly in the far-flung end of somewhere. Like we had a manager back in the day at Sunderland called Mick Buxton, and you'll not remember him. Do you remember him?
Yes.
So Mick Buxton looked like
number 2 for ages as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he looked like any fella you would see in like an old man pub at the weekend in the 80s.
Pitbull.
He was like, he had a big round ruddy face, and he always wore a flat cap, and he was a very boring manager for Sunderland. And then years later, he was manager of Kuwait. And it was like, how did that happen?
He manage Kuwait?
He managed Kuwait.
Get away. Bloody hell. Impossible, that.
It's ridiculous.
So yeah, I think Frank's under pressure.
Yeah,
I don't know if he'll make the end of the season. Again, it comes down to what managers are available. And
it goes back to the style of football again. The Spurs fans will not be happy with the style of football. Full stop.
Yeah. Palace City. I was surprised that City routed that.
Yeah.
I thought Palace were going to be.
I tipped Palace for the win last week.
Well, I was surprised that A, they didn't score, and B, they conceded 3 goals.
Yeah.
I think we've said about fatigue with Palace as well, though, haven't we?
European football does take it out of you.
Yeah.
Lost Munoz as well, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, because did you see that stuff when it was like that 29-year-old international footballer got arrested in London?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, that's Munoz, because he got dropped last minute from the team the week before. It turns out it was Ivan Toney.
Was it?
Yeah. And then I saw a thing and some guy tweeted saying, it's Ivan Toney, it was my mate he punched because he got done for assault. And then they go, why did he punch him? And his mate said, I asked him for tips for the weekend. I was like, I don't know if it's true, but if it is, it's fucking brilliant. Like, did you see Foden scored again and then they asked Pep, they were like, Foden, had a good game? He was like, he didn't have a good game. In his interview, he said he didn't play well.
Has he scored?
He scored, but he didn't play well. I was like, Pep's just fucking ruthless, isn't he? Like, but that's what you need. That's what you need to a certain extent.
Turkey after he did that Penang.
He did, yeah.
He did.
That's like when you see him. Like, I'll pisses myself when he goes on the pitch and talk. He'll get the opposing team player
Bruno
and start giving them tactical advice. It's just like, because he obviously just fucking loves football so much, and he loves the game that if he sees someone doing something bad that he knows they could do better, he's just going to tell them. That's class, really, isn't it? Like,
I think it was Dean Henderson, the Palace keeper, and didn't he come up to him and say, "You're never going to play for a team of mine"?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah,
he said something
which was
like
harsh.
that,
I think it's because Henderson always played well against him, but I don't know what it is that he doesn't like about him.
He did in the was it in the FA Cup final?
Yeah.
He did loads of shit in the FA Cup final, I think.
Who Henderson did?
Yeah, it was like the penalty. He did loads of stuff in the build-up to the penalty, and then, I think it's
Have we been linked with him as a goalie?
No. City just look solid again, don't they? If they start hitting that run, it's like, fucking hell.
It's that part of the season.
That's part of the season where Man City hit the run and Arsenal don't.
Yep.
Brentford Leeds.
I thought that was going to be a fun game, and it clearly wasn't.
Yeah, I just got annoyed that fucking Thiago blanked us, because I've had him in my team for ages. Everyone else starts transferring, and he's going to be shit now.
Well, and he got a penalty, didn't he? Or they thought he got a penalty, got overturned. I was thinking of fantasy football points there.
I saw someone again tweeted, it was like, because obviously he's got a lot of points, but he's had a lot of penalties, hasn't he? And someone tweeted at like half time in the game or something. He was like, FPL managers, I'm new to owning Thiago. What minute do we get a penalty? Yeah. it was just like, I was like,
they've had a ridiculous amount of penalties. I don't know what you put that down to, because like I remember when Liverpool used to get it, and it was because they had like Sterling flying wingers who would always buy the tackle. But is it Ouattara? I don't know.
VR's the hero.
It is Ouattara. He's got a lot of the penalties, and like we were saying, Calvert-Lewin scored again. Good for him. You know, I think, and good for Leeds as well. You know, I think Leeds are that club you kind of want to keep them in the Prem, don't you? You want them to be a bit of a stalwart of the Prem, because they're decent fans.
Add something to it.
Good club.
I feel so for their manager. He gets loads of stick.
He does. As soon as they lose a game, it's like, it's going. Manager, right?
And he's got them ticking along.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
A lot of it's to do with the perception of managers that exist in it.
It is,
in terms of, like, he was at Norwich. Did he keep Norwich up for a season when he didn't?
He yo-yoed them. He took them up, came down, took them back up.
I remember they started really well that season, and Timo Pukki was scoring loads. But
he never had money. Never had investment. He's not really had he's had a bit of investment.
But he had lots of friendly games.
Yeah, he did. Lots of scrimmages.
Yeah, scrimmages.
And then the last one, the game last night, like, what the fuck? That was the fucking.
That was Jimmy Nealon. So I just caught the last 10 minutes. It was. I think it was 3-2. It was 3-2 when I got in the car, listened to the radio, and it was 4-4.
Jimmy Nealon. I thought that's like you telling me you've been banging someone last night or something.
No, Big River boy.
Yeah. Geordie Raymond slang.
But yeah, I mean, I watched it till it went 1-0, and then I turned it off, and then I looked again, and I was like, I think I looked at half time, it was 2-1, then I looked again, it was 4-4. I was like, what?
I think Man United had all the play in the first half, didn't
they? They did, They actually looked good. They actually looked really good in the first half, but...
And Bruno missed about 3 or 4 clear opportunities.
Casemiro scored some goals, hasn't he?
He's just class.
What's he doing
crosses,
different? What's he doing different? Because last season he was finished, really, wasn't he? He didn't do anything.
I think he was unfit, wasn't he? I think.
Right.
But,
they're mostly him putting himself about in the box at set pieces, aren't they?
Yeah, it is, yeah. But Semenyo scored again, didn't he? Bournemouth could have won it again. They could have had 2 goals in added time.
Well, the keeper pulled again. Listen to it. The keeper pulled off 2 worldies at the end, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and I mean, I thought I didn't get how he set up for the free kick, for the Brooks free kick. He kind of set his wall up like central-ish. The ball was.
Did Brooks score from a free kick?
Yeah, it was like here. And the goal was. It was like central. He set his central to the right, and then he kind of stood behind the wall,
right,
and then Brooks just passed it in the bottom corner, and he couldn't get to it. There was a similar one, Bruno. I mean, that I've said before, that Petrovic is shit.
Yeah.
Casemiro's goal, I don't know if you've seen it. Cross comes into the back post, he headers it at the goalie, and the goalie gets the ball and throws it in the goal.
Because at first I thought that must have been deflected because the way it went in,
yeah,
but it wasn't.
And it wasn't.
He just threw it in the goal, yeah. It was just like... But then the same thing again, Bruno Fernandes scored a brilliant free kick, but it was the goalie side, top corner, and the guy's like 6 foot fucking 6.
Apparently he looked disappointed when he came off, the commentators were saying.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because he played really well.
Right.
And he was like part of everything, and then when you let that goal in at the end, because Bournemouth got it back to 4-4, I think when they got 4-3, the manager was like,
on the radio, it sounded it was a surprise goal. I don't know how it was scored, but the commentator was caught off guard on
the fourth goal.
Yeah, the 4th goal.
So I froze my Yaga with the well-known betting company where you can freeze Yaga. Like if you've got 5 teams. When Man United went 4-3 up, and even though it was near the end, I froze it because I knew they're going to go down the other end. And score.
Honestly,
yeah,
it was
the way the game was.
They passed it. It was like it should have been cut out the pass, and it didn't, and it went into the striker. And it was a good finish. It was that Kruger guy's decent finish. But yeah, I think it's better for Man United fans this season, isn't it? You know, like when you think where they were last year.
Well, the atmosphere. I'd
much rather watch that.
When they went to 4-3, you could hear them.
Yeah.
And even though you know they're not going to be consistent, I think you know they're going to have a go whoever they're playing.
Yeah.
And I think that must be more fun for them considering the seasons they've had recently.
I laughed at the commentator when he said with Maguire in the team, they think they would have won last night. And I'm thinking, crikey, Man United, you know, the team that they were.
Yeah.
Thinking, I'm not saying Maguire is a good or bad player, but the fact that he's 30 odd or whatever it is, and they're relying on him like they did the Irish kid that retired.
Oh, Evans.
Evans, that was him. They relied on him last season, didn't they?
Yeah, mad one. I think it'd just be interesting to see where they are at the end of the season and if they stick with him, I guess. I think
He's
that's what you have to
showing
look
progress this year, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think you do have to look. You know, like if some of these
he's getting loads of stick from the schools had to go to him again at the weekend.
I think it's like
He's not the right man for the club, and
their perception of Man U is still what it was when they played for them.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Whereas I think you've got to temper expectations now because they've had 15 years since Ferguson or something.
Yeah,
and they've been a basket case. So
yeah.
Find a manager. If you see signs of progress, stick with him for a while.
Yeah, definitely.